Hi Hive fans, Randy Ingersoll here with another video helping you play Hive like a champion. I've been getting a lot of requests recently for more games of Classic Hive. Even though the vast majority of the top players and all the top competition include Tournament Hive, all three expansions, and the Tournament Hive rule, Tournament Hive opening rule, I recommend that players begin with just Classic Hive, no expansions, to learn the basic concepts of this fantastic game. So I'm going to be doing a few Classic Hive game replay videos helping to teach some of these basic principles. And over at Board Game Arena, I recently met a new Hive player named Rolly34, and I'm going to be reviewing some of the games that he and I have played together. This game in this video is entitled Good Defense versus Poor Defense, a game of Classic Hive. And once we get started, you'll see why I've entitled it that. So let's go ahead and get started. Got a room open here. We're going to be playing. Of course, even though the game was played at Board Game Arena, I replayed it at BoardSpace because boardspace.net is the best place online to play Hive. It has the best game replay and review features. My opponent and I both opened with grasshoppers, and we both followed with queens. Notice that white played the queen in elbow, which is definitely, in Classic Hive, a more beneficial opening than opening the queen in line. And as I usually do, I like the C queen formation, so that's what I played. White played an ant, which is not necessarily a bad idea to get an ant in play, but that location is not necessarily a good one. I followed with a grasshopper. And at this point in time, we'll introduce the shoe designation for this game. Now we're going to get Game Room 79 open so we can do some what-ifs as we play. So we'll get both of them set up in the second review room. Notice by playing the white ant in this location, when the black grasshopper comes in, the black grasshopper is immediately threatening to pin the white ant. That forces the white ant to move or get pinned. Not necessarily a good thing. If the white ant stays there, it ties up this spot for a good defender. White ants are, or actually either color ants are not good defenders because they can easily get blocked in by the freedom to move rule. So white moves the ant and places the pin on my grasshopper. This is a second interesting point here because this is a very typical spot for a beginning Hive player to place a pin. This, however, here is a much better pin placement. Joe Schultz, in his book Canon of Hive Groundwork, refers to this as a true pin, an inline pin pinning a friendly piece against its own queen. This, however, is a false pin. If this spot here is filled, the grasshopper would be free. And of course, I take advantage of that by bringing in an ant in the location that if the white ant had pinned here would not have been available. So if the white ant were here, this black ant would have to come in adjacent to my own queen. But as it is, the black ant comes in. White spider is spawned. This now forces my ant to move because the white spider is threatening to pin the black ant. And so the ant pins the spider. Now, this is the point in the game where we can highlight the difference between good defense and poor defense. Notice that black has two good defending bugs adjacent to the black queen. White only has one good defending bug, and by this black ant pin has removed this spot as a spawn point. This will become critical as the game progresses. White spider comes in. Not concerned about that. I bring in a spider of my own. Now the white spider could do a pin replacement this way or move this direction and pin the black ant. And white elects to pin the black ant, and then my spider attacks, anchoring the white queen into place. A white ant comes in, and I bring in a beetle. Now this is a sacrificial beetle because I know that white is going to pin it. And notice the location of this pin. You're going to see in a minute the problem with pinning an elbow like this, particularly on this side of the beetle. Much better would have been pinning here or here. And I bring in my final grasshopper, and it threatens to either attack the queen or potentially pin the white ant. And so a tempo is wasted by the ant moving again. So I bring in an ant. Now this is an interesting point right here because the white ant relieves the pin on the black grasshopper, but the black grasshopper is not free to move in because if it does, the white spider will pin the black ant. So the black ant pins the white ant, removes any possible spawn points for attacking bugs near the black queen. And another ant comes in. Now one might say, isn't this a waste of tempo? Using the ant that you just moved to pin this ant to now shift over and pin that ant? And the answer is it might seem that way, but it truly isn't a waste of tempo. Because now this black ant is pinning an ant that is not in attacking position. This ant was already in attacking position. So if the black ant were left here, then this white ant would be available to attack. Hence, it's not a loss of tempo. But what it does allow is the first white beetle to spawn, and now if the black ant shifts again, this ant would be free to attack. The black grasshopper jumps into attacking position, which also stops the white ant from moving in because a ring would be formed. The white beetle climbs up. The last black ant enters the game. You never want to lose a game with ants in reserve. White beetle advances. Now, it's important to pin this ant into place because if the ant were to move, this would be a direct drop spot here with the white beetle atop the black queen. The white ant goes ahead and moves over. And this big pocket formed here forms a pin-proof spawn point, and the second black beetle comes in knowing that it cannot be pinned. This was also another beginner's mistake. One of the disadvantages of beetles is they're slow moving, and so it may take a while for them to get into attacking position, but that's not the critical thing here. The critical thing here is now there's a bidirectional pin on the white spider. So even if this spot here is filled, the white spider is not free to move. And again, same principle as before, the black ant shifts its pin from an ant that is already in attacking position to a bug that's not in attacking position. And now if you notice, we have 3 black bugs in this string pinning 4 white ones. So 2 black ants are free, 4 white bugs are not. And now the white grasshopper comes in. This is the location that the white beetle should have been spawned earlier, because that anchors down the black grasshopper underneath the beetle, frees the beetle to move. The black beetle advances. The white grasshopper jumps over. And in many cases, when a ring is formed, you'll want to look for opportunities to break the ring. But in this case, the white grasshopper jumping over, neither the white grasshopper or the white queen are free to break the ring. Only the black grasshopper can. So it's not vital to do that at this moment. So the black beetle climbs up. The last white bug comes in with good angles of attack to both this spot and that spot. And taking advantage of the direct drop spot, the final black bug, black spider number 2, enters the game in this position. Now this looks like it might be headed toward a draw, with the queens only 1 space apart, but the big difference is black has 2 good defenders, and we'll see how that is critical. White attacks, and there are no white bugs with lines of attack to the kill spot, so black is not concerned. The black beetle moves forward, which covers the 1 defending bug, and now even that 1 defending bug is no longer free. At this point, white could continue the game, make it drag out, and it might end up changing from good defense versus poor defense into a bug swing video. But white misplayed, probably not wanting to relieve the pin on this black beetle, and that allowed the black queen to attack. And nothing can stop the black beetle from jumping in and taking the kill shot. So thank you, Rolly34, for a great game. I hope that at some point you will be playing Hive like a champion. As you continue to learn, no doubt you will. So thanks for all of you for watching. This is again a classic Hive video. I'll be playing more of these so that we can teach some of the basic concepts in Hive. If you haven't already, there's a link down below to purchase my book, Play Hive Like a Champion, which teaches these basic Hive concepts. If you already have the book and you're just watching the videos, if you'd like to make a small cash contribution to my channel, there's a Buy Me a Coffee link down below as well. And as this video has played, you noticed my most recent contributors have been scrolling across the bottom. I'd really like to thank them for their contributions to my channel. As always, this is Randy Ingersoll. I'm here helping you play Hive like a champion. Until next time, thanks for watching.